Hi, it's Misha again, your instructor for LLED 5040E, 7040E, Language and Culture in the Classroom. Now, not all of you will read Irisari and Rabel's article. Only those in 7040 are required to do so. But I recommend that all of you do. It reminds us that Latino children make up the largest percentage of language minority students in the U.S. public schools. 11 million Latino children, or 20% of all students. That was in 2008, and that number has greatly increased since then and grows more fiercely in the Southeast, where there's tremendous growth in the Latino population. Georgia, North Carolina, Alabama, warm climates, cheaper costs of living, and plentiful labor demand through agriculture, poultry, and carpet industries. So it makes sense that the Southeast is the prime destination for many members of the Latino community, documented and undocumented. It's a destination for many others as well: Koreans, Chinese, Haitians, Brazilians. Let's remember to never assume by a person's looks where they're from or what language they do or do not speak. Many multicultural and multilingual scholars such as Luis Moll, Sonia Nieto, Da Silva Iddings focus attention on Spanish language and culture and Latino immigration because Spanish speakers are found in the greatest numbers in the U.S. This is not to say that other immigrant and minority groups aren't important. They are. And if you're interested in other language minority communities, I encourage you to use a library search engine to learn more about the many other vibrant languages in our region and country. See if you can transfer the concepts that you read about this week and apply them to other language minority groups. What's the same? What's different? Irisari and Rabel identify a major factor that can impede effective homeschool communication. The fact that a vast majority of U.S. teachers are white Euro-Americans who often don't speak a language other than English. Do you belong in this category of white? Or in the category of limited to English-only proficiency? This article suggests teacher effectiveness is not linked to race, but to the ability to acquire a social justice perspective, one that acknowledges aspects of race and social class that affect learning opportunities. But how do teachers do this if they're from the dominant racial and social class? I've heard many well-intentioned white teachers say, "I love all my kids. I don't even see color." The intention of such a colorblind statement is to dismiss negative associations with skin color. However, skin color matters. As Bettina Love reminded us last week, Trayvon Martin had grit, and he was still shot and killed. Michael Brown, Tamir Rice, Eric Garner. It's no accident that we're seeing too many cases where people of color are unjustly shot by police forces paid to protect them. Look at the list of best teachers as nominated by Latino families on page 192 and 93 of the article. White, African American, Puerto Rican, young and old, few years experience to many, homegrown, and transplanted. What helps them to become excellent? Unfortunately, it wasn't taking multicultural classes like this one. More importantly, they immersed themselves in the Latino community culture in which they worked. They made connections between Latino community life and classroom activity. And 8 out of 10 teachers acquired some bilingual proficiency. Do you have to speak your students' home language to be effective? No. But trying to acquire a little cultural knowledge, and yes, even a few words, can be very helpful. Next summer, I'll be taking a group of students to Oaxaca, Mexico to read children's books and acquire basic or intermediate Spanish. Would you like to join me? Let me know. If Irisari and Rabel interview you for their next study, I hope that you'll say you did learn something of value from your UGA coursework on language and culture in the classroom. But becoming an exceptional multilingual and multicultural educator doesn't end with 1 class, 2, or 3. Rather, it's about the becoming, learning to learn about other cultures and perspectives. I hope the readings and coursework inspire your courage to keep learning and to communicate directly about race, class, and language differences and social justice issues, to reckon with what's hard to understand and hard to talk about, and express yourself vulnerably and humbly across difference.